Today, I'm going to take a look at Donald Trump's new executive order, basically focused on emergency price relief. You know we need it, and I know some of you aren't a Trump fan, but I'm going to go through this anyway. If you want to listen, listen. If you don't, because if you're a renter, homeowner, investor, it's the facts. You know, we have to figure this out. You know, if your goal is to have lower housing costs and other living expenses, you need to listen to this. It's happening all across the country. So comment below what's going on with you and watch this to the end. I'll let you know of a big secret that I found out that's happening in this area in Philadelphia, in the burbs. It might be also happening in your area. So let's get into it. Listen, why does this all matter? You hear about this housing affordability all over the place. You know, it's really affecting millions of people. You know, the rate cut didn't happen, Fed didn't do it. You know, rents are climbing, mortgages are really tougher to qualify for, wages are not keeping up with the cost of living, and you know that. So what is this order about? It's kind of claiming that it's going to tackle all this, but how's it going to do it? How are they going to deliver results? I mean, it's not an easy endeavor. There's a lot of things going on here. But most importantly, I think there's some things that need to be addressed that weren't addressed in this order, okay? But you all need to have some idea of what's coming, all right? Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Come on, guys, help a girl out. Some good stuff I have here on this channel. Listen, I just taught 40 homeowners. I just did a home seller seminar today about how to, you know, get these empty nesters, they're all empty nesters, out of their homes safely with money in their pocket and a place to live. And of all the people there, only one are moving this year. The others are 2 to 3 years. So I think what's happening with this bill that they have to look at is how to help home sellers who are seniors to make the move. Get them out of their home, because that's going to start the whole thing. These move-up buyers need a place to move to, and then the first-time buyers can move to the move-up buyers. But these empty nesters aren't moving. It's not going to happen this year. And prices here in Philadelphia, in the Northeast corridor, are just soaring again. This January was amazing. So does this address and help these empty nesters? It doesn't, but it's still going to address some of the things happening in the world that hopefully will make them feel more comfortable. The number one thing these 40 home sellers said to me today was, I feel now a little more comfortable that something's going to happen for me. So is it? But what's the real problem? Well, it's housing affordability. It's the buyers. It's the worst in a long time. You know, these prices are just going so high. I wish they would just calm down a little bit. Interest rates are high, construction rates are high, everything's soaring, rents are really high, and you're spending, you know, 30% of your income, these millennials, just to keep a roof over their head. That's very, I call it cost burden right now. Home buyers tell me every day, I'm feeling the squeeze, Diane. You know, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can have this dream of home ownership. They see these rising costs of, you know, gas and medical care, and it's just a lot of people are really struggling right now. And this change is not going to happen overnight, guys. You know, this executive order, it will focus though on 3 things: to lower housing costs, increase supply, and reduce overall living expenses. That's the 3 things. That's a broad directive, and it still leaves a lot of questions. I get it, about how our goals are going to be achieved. But what's clear is that housing affordability, or the price of homes or rent, it's basically tied to construction costs. And there's regulatory hurdles, broader economic factors that are involved here. I know it's all about construction, so my family's in construction, and just the price of land right now. You have to go way out into the boondocks just to get a lot. I saw a house for $550,000 on 1.5 acres of ground. It's a beautiful lot. People just bought it to knock the house down. Yes. Now it's in a community where homes around it are selling for $1 million, so it'll be worth it, but that's what's happening. So just have to understand these pieces, you know. It's just a key to understanding whether or not this order will move the needle. It's gonna take time, it's not gonna happen overnight, because most of these people who came to my seminar are 2 to 3 years out. I think we'll see a silver tsunami 2 or 3 years from now. So the next year and a half, it's still going to be a bumpy ride for you home buyers. Now, I do know that this directive is in part going to try to help reduce construction costs, because 25% of the price of new homes come from regulations, the permits and the zoning restrictions, building codes, things like that. I believe I heard that $94,000 of a price of an average home is due to the regulations. That's a lot of money. And the first-time home buyer price range now, at least in our area, median price range is like $450,000. You can't even get and even that is $450,000 is a small house. But lower costs for builders could help the affordability for buyers, right? But the challenges are these regulations they're not federal, they're state, local level. Hopefully with any common sense out there, these people can see, these local authorities can stop these regulations, maybe offer some grants or incentives that they can directly control the zoning laws or these permit requirements. It's going to take time, like I said, but it really depends upon these local governments and how they respond. And I do know, for example, reducing regulations in like high demand areas like these major cities. It could have a huge impact, but it requires just local action. At the same time, I've seen success in really streamlining regulations in areas with less red tape. As further you go out, I have a client building a house further out, less red tape, where housing shortages aren't as critical. Got to look for those areas. Now, another strategy that the 27% of all the land in the United States is owned by the government. Maybe we can start developing in those areas and open up portions of that land for large-scale, housing developments, right? Or creating areas where there's fewer taxes and regulations to drive down the cost. That's a great idea. But if the government then creates, say, a low tax, low regulation zones, then it could make building more affordable and then lower the cost of housing for buyers and renters. It could happen, all right? But the downside is like mostly all the federal land isn't located anywhere near here, near high demand areas where people want to live. That means these people have to work remotely. So will it address these affordable crises? I don't know, but that's an option and that's an idea, something that developers would think about, but then you need roads and utilities and services to make these areas livable, and that takes time and money. So there's a lot of strategy here, but this strategy, I think it has a lot of potential, not a quick fix. Nothing's a quick fix out there, other than helping seniors. Anything you can do to help seniors with their Social Security, no taxing for seniors. I mean, something for seniors, something you gotta give seniors a break, because they'll start moving, and everybody else will start moving. I think that's the whole key to all this. Do you agree to me? And if you do, great, comment below. If you don't, comment below. Subscribe to my channel. I need some help from you guys to make my channel up to 1,000 subscribers, yes. So what's kind of missing from this federal plan is a plan to help buyers. But I'll tell you, buyers don't need financial help. Every state has their own grants right now. Pennsylvania has amazing grant programs. I just did a video with Krista about these grants, but they could be giving some tax credits or subsidies or assistance with down payment, but that's what basically these local banks are doing. And there are some federal programs too that you can apply for. And right now is a great time to apply for grants. If you're looking to apply, let me get with Crystal Lowry, my lender, and she can do loans all over the United States. But the problem with these grant loans is that most of the people don't have a whole lot of money. That's why they need the grants. And the home buyers right now are walking around with 20% down or cash from their parents or something like that, or maybe they just have cash saved. And then what's happening is they're not getting the houses. They can approve for the grant, but they're not getting homes because they're in competition with cash buyers. So what do you have to do then? They have to go further out and further out and further out away from the city, right? So that's the problem. So yes, can the government give some tax credits and things like that? Yes, but look for these grant programs on your local level. One thing I do know that there's supposedly being a 30-day progress report, so it's going to bring accountability to this. Every 30 days, what's the progress happening with this committee that's out there to help affordability for homes? So that's really great. So I'm looking for some concrete changes here. I just seeing this house, I'm going to show you the picture of this house. Check out this house. Listen, this is a small little ranch. It's small. It's awful. I went inside it. It looks great online, sort of. It's got the big land, 550, 1 acre of ground. I'm telling you, this house is going to sell, or has gotten offers, over 600, and people are just going to knock the house down. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I like to see progress reports. That's what I do every week with my team, make sure we're on track, every one of our listings on the timeline, and it's got to lead to action. Action is, you have all these plans, but no action is not good. So what's actually happening to cut costs, increase supply, and make homes more affordable? That's what I'm going to be looking out for. So first order is a step towards addressing housing. There's at least an attempt to address it. Lower costs, increased supply, streamlined processes are all good. It's going to be challenging, complex, and the results are going to take time. So if you're a buyer, renter, keep an eye on how these changes will develop in your area. And if you're a seller, start moving. Let's get calm. Let's get the process started. In my home seller seminar, I went over this people of what they need to do now to create the vision for down the road. So the first thing you need to do is just come to a seminar, watch all my videos, hear what you need to do next if you're looking to sell in the next 2 or 3 years. And drop your thoughts and comments here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I need your help here. And this is the Real Deal Real Estate channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.